But isn't it like cheating? This is one question I get a lot when it comes to AI like ChatGPT. But today I want to talk to you about how it's not actually cheating. It's actually the smartest way to free up time and focus on what matters most. Hey friend, welcome back to the Homeschool Moms in Business podcast. I am so excited to tackle this question today. I know a lot of us struggle with guilt when it comes to using shortcuts, whether it's in homeschooling or business, and there's this unspoken pressure that we have to do everything ourselves to make it count. That if we don't personally plan every lesson, if we don't personally write every email or create every social media post from scratch, or just struggle along the way, that somehow we're failing. But here's the truth, especially with the topic of AI, it is just a tool, like a dishwasher or a calculator, and if we use it to lighten the mental load, free up time, and actually be more present with our kids and our business, then why wouldn't we do that? So in this episode, we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to debunk AI myths. Is it really impersonal or lazy to use it? We're going to talk about why AI is actually a gift to us as busy moms. And then I'm going to show you how AI can make homeschooling and business actually more personal and not less. And give you some simple, practical ways to start using AI without feeling overwhelmed. So, are you ready? Let's dive in. You are listening to Homeschool Moms in Business, where I help homeschooling moms gain clarity and create effective, systemized business plans around their creative passions, empowering them to confidently launch and grow their businesses while only working 10 hours or less a week. I'm Samantha Welch, a homeschool mom and creative business coach who turned my photography passion into a thriving business, all while keeping my schedule manageable and family-centered, and I'm here to help you do the same. First though, before we dive into one of my most favorite topics, I want to tell you about AI for Homeschool Mompreneurs, a course that I have created that will be releasing in the next couple weeks, and I am looking for beta testers. Yes, so if you are interested in getting the course half off and to become one of the first members, I would love for you to contact me by email, which will be in the show description. And I think this is going to be an amazing way to save you so much time and energy and take your business from good to absolutely great. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is debunking common AI myths. Let's start by clearing up some misconceptions about AI, because trust me, I had them too. Oh my goodness. Myth number 1 is AI is robotic and impersonal. Some people think that AI-generated content is cold, generic, and lacking personality. But the truth is that you can train AI to sound just like you. Oh my goodness. You can tell it how to think, you can tell it what your values are, and even what tone you want. It's kind of like having an assistant who understands your vision and helps bring it to life. It's absolutely amazing. And while it can sound robotic and impersonal, that is just before you learn how to train it. Myth number 2 is that AI replaces human effort. This was something I really struggled with, but the answer is nope. It does not. AI doesn't replace you. It actually speeds up the busy work so that you can focus on the things that actually matter. Think of it as a super affordable assistant who listens to everything you say, knows how you think, and helps you execute ideas faster. Totally amazing. Myth number 3 is that AI is lazy. So let's be real on this, because I had the exact same thoughts when I was first getting into AI. But would you say that using a calculator is lazy? Yeah, you could work all the problems up in your head probably, but isn't it just more effective to use a calculator? What about a dishwasher? Do you want to hand wash all the dishes? Because a dishwasher is a lot more practical. A plane that gets you somewhere faster? Voice to text whenever you don't have time to actually ride out, or you're in the car driving and you need to send a message to someone? No, of course not. These are not lazy things. These are actually awesome things. AI is just another tool to make life more efficient. It's not about doing less work, it's about doing smarter work. The next thing is I want to talk about why AI is actually a gift to busy moms. As homeschooling moms who also run businesses, we wear so many hats. We're juggling lesson plans, keeping our kids on task, client work, laundry, meals, email. Oh my gosh, the list never ends. And AI can help lift some of that weight. Here's how. Oh my goodness, y'all, this is so good. First, it saves mental energy. We only have so much brain power in a day. After handling kids, homeschooling, you know what I'm talking about, and business, there's not much left for creative work, if anything. Honestly, by the time evening comes, I'm completely wiped out. There's nothing in me that wants to create anything. But AI can help with these things like drafting social media posts, writing emails, brainstorming content, so you don't have to start from scratch every time. Oh, it can do so much more. I feel like I could spend so long talking about all the ways it saves mental energy. It also gives you back time. What used to take hours can now take minutes. Instead of spending forever trying to write a blog post or responding to inquiries, I can get a solid starting point in seconds and then tweak it to match my voice. It's so amazing. Also, it helps you focus on what really matters. Instead of getting stuck in all the busy work all day, AI helps automate small tasks so you can focus on serving your clients, growing your business, and most importantly, spending quality time with your family and schooling your kids well. Can you tell how much this has impacted my life? Oh my goodness. The next thing I want to talk about is how AI actually makes business and homeschooling more personal. Like, we feel like it's going to take the personal out of it, but it actually helps it become more personal. I love this part because it's the opposite of what most people think. AI doesn't remove the personal touch. It actually helps you be more personal. And here's how. Oh my gosh. It helps you show up consistently. Instead of disappearing because you're overwhelmed, AI allows you to batch content quickly, schedule things out ahead of time. That means you can stay visible in your business even during busy or you're just kind of off seasons. It also frees you up to have real conversations. Less time writing the email or figuring out social media posts means that you actually have more time to engage with people, whether that's replying to comments, building relationships, or actually serving your clients well. You ever got to that point where you're like, all I've done is answer the emails and I didn't even reach out and serve the people who I need to? Yes, me too. The next thing is it supports creativity without replacing it. Think of AI like a mastermind group. It helps spark ideas, but you still bring the strategy, heart, and the vision. It's like a brainstorming partner, not a replacement for your creativity. People pay big money to be in masterminds so they can basically say, here's kind of what I'm thinking. How would you guys go about it? I can personally say that this has been a huge game changer for me. When I started my business, I did everything myself. Everything. It was so exhausting, and I never felt like I was doing anything well, and I really wasn't moving forward. But when I started using AI to streamline tasks, I suddenly had more energy and time to focus on work that actually moves the needle. And I was able to do some of the projects that I had been wanting to do for so long, but could never get ahead enough to start them. Okay, so let's get practical. How do you start using AI without overwhelm? I get it, because AI can feel really intimidating at first. And I just went through all of the things of how great it is, but I want to show you now how simple it can be as well. So let's break it down. You guys know I love step-by-step processes, so we're going to break this down into 3 easy steps. First step is teach AI who you are. And when I'm talking about AI, I'm particularly talking about ChatGPT in this instance. Write or voice record a summary about you, your business, and what's important to you. Think of it as if you had just met somebody for the first time and they look at you and they're like, hey, who are you and what do you do? I want you to pretend that you are telling them all about you, your family, your kids, your business. Just do a full rundown as if this is a complete stranger and they're just asking for the details. Next is I want you to paste that into ChatGPT with the prompt. So you will prompt it first and you'll say, remember this about me and my business, and use it to personalize all my responses. So you're just going to put that in there, and then you're going to copy and paste your message or your voice recording. Personally, I recommend doing a voice recording because then it's even more the way you speak, versus we tend to write a little bit more generic than we do actually speaking. The next thing I want you to do is start really small. Practical tasks. So first is I want you to ask AI to draft a short Instagram caption introducing you and your business. And when you do this, I want you to be sure and tell it to refer back to the summary about you and yourself so that it can accurately craft that response. The second thing is then after it gives you that short Instagram caption, and then what you're going to do is you're going to look at the caption and you're going to tell it what tweaking you wanted. So you're going to say something like, no, that's not really right. I want you to change this or that. And you're going to communicate with it. Then once it's correct, I want you to tell it to suggest a graphic idea to go with it. So then it's going to spit out like the ideas of what graphic you can do. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go and post it. Super simple. I just want you to do that one exercise and see how much easier it was for you than that blank notes app where you're trying to think, oh my gosh, how do I describe myself and my business? I need to do an introduction post. Oh, okay. So the next practical thing is I want you to use AI for real life time saving tasks. Okay. So we started small, just that small thing. And then of course, keep going back and doing those kind of things, but also use AI for real life time saving tasks. Ask it for homeschool extracurricular activities based on your children's interests, and then list out what your children are interested in, what their ages are, and maybe your actual ability to travel. So basically, you could have a prompt sort of like, my kids are 12, 11, and 8. They're all girls and they're interested in, and then insert all their interests. Like for instance, my kids are interested in arts and crafts and graphic design and writing. And so we could do all of that stuff and then tell it we're only available on Wednesday and Thursday afternoons to do these kind of things. Click enter and see what it comes up with. I think you'll be blown away. Another real life time saving task could be that you open up your fridge and you're like, oh my gosh, what? I have no idea what's for supper. And so you go into ChatGPT and you say, okay, these are the ingredients that are in my fridge. This is the ingredients in my pantry. I need you to help me come up with what's for dinner. Or better yet, do this at the first of the week. Tell it what's in your fridge, what's in your pantry, and ask it to create for you a meal plan. Seriously, so cool. The key though is I want you to start small. AI isn't something that you're going to master overnight. This has been like a really good long year process for me to learn it. Just play around with it and see how much it can actually help you. And remember that you give it feedback. So as our recap and final thoughts, first, AI isn't cheating, it's a tool. Second, it saves time and helps moms be more present. And third, it actually makes business and homeschooling more personal and not less. So if you've ever felt like you're drowning in all the things, AI might be the lifeline that you need. And guess what? Like I mentioned before, this is exactly what I teach in my AI for Homeschool Mompreneurs. And I am so excited that I finally actually have a name for it. And in this course, I'm going to show you exactly how to use AI in a way that fits your voice, your business, homeschooling, without the overwhelm, just simple, practical tools that actually help. And so until next time, take these tips now, try them out, and see how AI can work for you and not against you. You've got this, mama. I hope you walked away from this episode inspired to go and implement these things into your life and business. Remember to head to the show notes to get any links, guides, or discounts that were mentioned. And while you're there, leave me a 5-star review. Your feedback is the only way that I know you're enjoying and finding this podcast helpful. Until next episode, remember, it's those small daily steps that build big dreams.